up? It's Grace, and today I'm doing my, what was that? I don't know. I'm doing my December wrap-up. I've read 7 books in the month of December and 1 graphic novel. I think that's a pretty good reading month, so let's get into it. The first book I read is Through the Ever Night by Veronica Rossi. This is the second book in the Under the Never Sky trilogy. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one, but I would give it 4 stars. If you didn't know what this series is about, it follows a dual perspective. It follows Arya, who lives in the virtual world where everything she does is done through an eyepiece, and then it follows Peregrine, who lives in the outside world. And the fault with living in the outside world is there's aether storms, I think that's how you say it, and basically it's just like, is it mist? I think that's what it is. Basically what it does is it just destroys everything. Basically they're thrown together and their journey starts. I would recommend this from the 2 books that I've read. They're really fun and they're just quick reads. Next book I read is Gathering Darkness by Michelle Rhodes, and this is so good. 5 out of 5 stars. This is one of my favorite series. I don't really talk about it because it's the 3rd in the series, but what people compare this series to is like a YA version of Game of Thrones. So if you're into that sort of thing, hopefully you'd like this. The thing I liked about this book is it's real. Like if this world were to actually exist and the things that take place, they would happen. And the characters are so awesome because either you really hate them or you really love them, and it's just, I don't know, it's a great series. If you haven't picked it up, what the heck, pick it up. Next book I read is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh, and again, what the heck, this book was so good. I know there was a lot of hype surrounding it because it was a new release, but I hadn't seen people read it and review it or anything like that, so I picked it up and I was like, so I read it, I was like, oh, what the heck, that was so good. And this is Sarah Rosh's debut novel, so props to you, girl, this is perfect. Basically, in this world, all the kingdoms have a different season. Main protagonist, Miria, she is a Winterian, and there is no Winter Kingdom anymore because it was taken down by spring. It's been taken down for 16 years, so no Winter Kingdom. Most of the living Winterians, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure, live in a spring work camp, and the other 23 are kind of just trying to get back their kingdom. And so good. Connected with the main character, Miria, so much. She's just such a strong-willed firecracker. I loved her. She's amazing. And all the characters were amazing as well. The book made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me feel all the feels. Get it. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read is The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutowski. I had such a good reading month, I realized. This book was a 5 out of 5 star book. So good, and I thought it was really, really unique. Basically what this book is about, it follows a girl named Kestrel, who's the daughter of like the main general. One day she and her friend are in the market and they stumble upon a slave auction, and she finds herself buying the slave, and that's not something that Kestrel would usually do. And I think that's all you should know. It's so good. Made me laugh, made me cry, made me feel all the feels. 5 out of 5 stars. Kestrel, I gotta talk about her because she is so badass with her mind. She's so smart, and she's not a nice, to me she's not nice, but she's just real. She's like nice and she's just real. I don't know how to explain it. I really love her. The next book I read it on my Kindle, and that is Wicked by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and that is a book. I will buy anything Jennifer L. Armentrout publishes, and I found out she published a new book and I was like, ooh, gotta buy it. And I didn't know what it was about at all. It follows a girl named Ivy, and she works for the, what's it called? The Order. And what the Order is they're people that take down fairies. And she works for them. She's like killed fairies for a long time. So that kind of surprised me. I was like, fairies, what? Also, I didn't know it was a new adult book, so it has mature content in it, which I'm totally fine with, but it snuck up on me and I was like, ooh, spicy scenes in this book. This book was a disappointment for me because it just was repetitive to all the other Jennifer L. Armentrout books. Like, her characters are kind of, she writes so many books, which I praise her for because I love her books, but her characters are just getting a little repetitive, and the plot twists aren't really plot twists, they're so predictable. I gave this book 3 stars because at the same time I did enjoy it, but it wasn't her best work. Would I recommend it? Probably not. Sorry. Next book I read is The Retribution of Mara Dyer. This by Michelle Hudkin. This is the 3rd and final book in the Mara Dyer trilogy. I know that a lot of people have waited a long ass time for this book, like 2 years. I didn't. I waited only like 3 months, but I was super excited to get this. And I did have high expectations because I did enjoy the previous 2. I still enjoyed this one, but it was a disappointment. I just felt like this book was all over the place. Like Michelle Hodkin was trying to come at all these different angles, trying to conclude this story, and it was just confusing. I had to put the book down sometimes and just like think, what the hell is going on? Oops. I don't know, the end kind of made up for it for me because I just, at the end of the book, I was just like, that was awesome. But then I was really thinking about it and I was like, maybe that wasn't so awesome. I don't know how I feel about this book. This is such a conflicting book for me. I would give it like 3.5 stars. I don't know. This book I read is a graphic novel, and that's Amulet by Kazuo Kiyobushi. Graphic novel is just so fun and I read it so quick. It follows a brother and a sister who, in the beginning of the book, they have a family tragedy go on, so they move to an ancestral home, and the first night they're there, their mother is kidnapped by a tentacle creature, so basically they just go on the journey of trying to find their mother, and it's just so fun. And this is probably the prettiest artwork I've ever seen. So pretty. I give this graphic novel 4 stars. I am definitely continuing on with the series. And the last book I read was The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. Worst book I've read this year. It was so freaking bad. Just so bad. Like, basically what this book is about, it follows this girl whose mother is dying, and something happens to where she makes a deal with the god of the underworld, whose name is Henry. That is the lamest name for the god of the underworld. I don't know if that's in Greek mythology, I'm not an expert on that, but lame. And the characters were just so blank. There was no depth in them at all. And the main character was so immature and whiny, and if I could just reach in this book and strangle her, it's kind of morbid. I wouldn't do that. I'd just give her a little slap and be like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, I give this book 2 stars. No. That is my December wrap up. I really don't know what my favorite book of the month is because I read 3 really freaking amazing books. Be tied between Snow Like Ashes, Gathering Darkness, and The Winter's Curse because they were both 5 out of 5 star books. Say hi. I'm watching my nephew right now. Go play on my phone, buddy. What was your guys' favorite book of the month? Comment down below. Also comment down below if you guys have read any of these books because I want to know your feelings and opinions on them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.